महिंद्रा सेड लो भाई, एडास चाहिए एडास प्लस लो, पार्किंग नहीं आती चलो ऑटो पार्किंग लो, बाय बाय ZSEV, बाय बाय दिस, बाय बाय दैट, दिस इज वेरी किडिश राइट. वाई बाय बाय कर्व, वाई बाय बाय ZSEV, वेलकम करो यार, वेलकम XEV 9E, welcome the BE6E. How practical this is gonna be with all this tech? Is India ready for so much tech? Tata should have put focus on building a platform for electric cars rather than just bringing in facelift and pushing their cars in sales and sales and sales. To bring a born electric platform that an EV deserves, kudos to Mahindra. Well done, Mahindra. The only regret that I feel is I am a Namaste everyone and welcome back to the new video. मैं हूं आपका दोस्त निखिल और आ गया हूं लेके एक और नई वीडियो and this time it is about the brand new Mahindra XEV 9E. So guys, इस गाड़ी के कुछ प्रोज एंड कॉन्स को डिस्कस करेंगे, बताएंगे अपनी फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन, व्हाट आई थिंक अबाउट दिस कार, द कंपनी, द टेक and the future that new Mahindra electric vehicles have in store for you. So if you're planning to buy this car, book this car, or even confused whether to cancel your current booking, this video is going to be definitely interesting and informative for you. So video के end तक बने रहिएगा. If you like it, please don't shy away from hitting the like button. If you haven't really subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. There's a red button right there. It doesn't take anything. Just click on that. We need to reach our 10,000 subscribers goal before the 31st of December. That's what we need to do. For that, join the cause. And on that note, let's get started. Let's get going. So before we move on with the video, thank you so much for showing all your love and support on my last video on the BE6E. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, and some of you were absolutely being funny by calling me out and saying that I made a mistake buying the Nexon 45. Well, time will tell. I am very happy with that. So let's just put the discussion at end on that. Am I regretting buying the Nexon 45? Should I have waited for the Mahindra BE6 in that category? No, I don't think so. My budget was very clearly around 17 lakhs. The BE6 base model would come around 21 lakhs. So haters, hecklers, trollers, if you're willing to pay me the differential of 4 lakhs, well, do let me know. There's a number at the bottom of your screen. I'll send you my account information. You can pay me over there. But that's on a lighter note, guys. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Of course, I take it in the best of spirits because if there are supporters, if there are people who appreciate the content, I understand there would be people who don't really agree with the same as well, but that's all right. We'll make sure we'll keep working on it till the time we onboard you. Okay, so now let's straight away move on to the screen and let's just have a look at what we are looking at, the XEV 9E. I mean, just look at it. They bought out two cars, 6E and the 9E. Now, while 6E looks straight away something like, from the future, so futuristic, dynamic, edgy and everything, the XEV 9E looks a little more classier to me. Though it is still edgy, but with a very minimalistic exterior. It is giving a very clean finish to its exterior, which I personally like. You let me know what you think in the comment section. A connected DRL and connected tail lamps is all fine. However, just look at the side profile. I'm sharing some of these specs with you over the screen as well. But just to let you know, 4700 mm length is as good as EV6. So they have completely outdone themselves, Mahindra. Well done, well done. Let's quickly get into the pros of the car, and then we're going to discuss some of the cons, and I'll be sharing my first impression and some thoughts with you as well. Before that, just to let you know, guys, these first impressions or thoughts or pros and cons basis on my understanding and reading of the car. You should also check out a couple of more videos from my favorite Gagan Chaudhary and DDS Ravi sir. I really like the way how they reviewed the car. They were absolutely brutally honest, and they touched upon on some of the points which I also agree, and I also covered it on my video on the 6E as well. So the way that they got the love and support from you, I also expect the same. थोड़ा बहुत प्यार इधर में भी दे दीजिए, उनको भी तो मिलता ही है, हमें भी मिलेगा. So first things first, price. My God, if you're telling me that you're giving me a car at 22 lakhs around ex showroom, a car of this spec, well, I'm going to grab it. Bad news for the BYD Atto 3 people, because obviously people are going to have double thoughts now whether to go for the BYD Atto 3 or now should they go for the XEV 9e. Well, उसके लिए अलग से वीडियो बनाएंगे. What are my thoughts? Does BYD Atto 3 still, in my books, is the best EV? I still consider it to be the best EV in its segment, but let's see. We'll discuss that. So that is one. The price, amazing. Let's just have a look at some of the features. The biggest one, 79 kilowatt hour battery pack, gives you a 500 plus kilometer range. Now that's amazing. Amazing. A car of this length, this much weight, and with a ground clearance of around 220 you can easily take it off-roading. I would do that, right? But yeah, again, the lower trim is the pack 1, the higher trim is the pack 3. The lower trim costs ex showroom 22. I'm sure the higher trim would be costing around 25 or something, or 26. I'm just taking a guess. There is no clarity on this yet. I'm sure Mahindra would be giving us some clarity by the time it's January 2025 of what are the different trims, what are the specs and features you can expect. So we're going to discuss that later or earlier next year. But this is just on my first impressions. Performance. So guys, it goes 0 to 106.7. It is fast. We've seen so many videos. This car is fast, and talking about the performance, around 380 Nm torque. It's amazing, amazing. Plus they're giving 3 different drive modes, the and the booster mode. That's really, really good. I mean, so they're giving a range, then a city mode and a sports mode equivalent, plus the booster, which gives the full performance, the total potential of the motor. That's absolutely fantastic. Just look at the cockpit now. 3 screens. I mean, yeah, it looks tempting, but at the same time, a little too much tech for me. But it looks beautiful, guys. I mean, again, as I said, a very clean setup, unlike the BE6E. So if you just look at the BE6E cockpit, right, this is very futuristic. But the 9E, again, it's just my personal opinion. 9E ka cockpit looks very clean and very classy, very edgy. Though it has got the 3 screens, but just look at how aesthetically everything has been placed. Well done, Mahindra. The next is the 16 speakers. I mean, amazing, amazing. The with Dolby Atmos, it's gonna take audio listening inside a car to the next level altogether. Level 2 ADAS with automatic parking feature. How practical it is for Indian roads, वो बात की बात है भैया. Mahindra thought of making something like this, ye badi baat hai, and that too in this price segment. Brilliant, well done, Mahindra. I mean, just a thought before we move on. Tata was the pioneer. They bought the electric cars in 2020, and what have they done since then? They have only focused in selling the car, which they have been successful in doing so, right? What Mahindra did? Mahindra bought their XUV 400 in 2022 or early 23. The car couldn't compete with Nexon, and they knew it. What did they do? Did they try to bring a facelift, get a facelift, put in more feature? No. They went back to the drawing board. They created something which Tata should have done, a car of this quality at a born electric platform. Why didn't Tata do that? Yes, Tata did come with the Acti.EV platform, but that's not a born electric platform. That's just a new platform that they want to build all their cars on that. But this is dedicated to EVs and EVs only. So the EV lovers, EV passionate people like us, we wanted that from Tata. However, for somebody who's in the middle class section and who cannot really afford a car over 20 lakhs like me, Tata is still a very good choice. And guys, before you start heckling again at me, just think about it. If your budget is, my budget was 17 lakhs, and if my garage constraint was such, which I've already shown you in my last few videos, if I would have still waited for the BE6E, which would cost me around 21, lower variant, okay, if I really want a fully loaded, it probably cost me 25 on road. I'm just thinking, I mean, there is no clarity, as I said. Will you give me the differential amount, or do I have to earn it myself? So, jitna budget hai, us hisab se, see, there is no end to the variable features like those ambient lighting, moon roof and all those things. There is no end to it. 16 speakers, 60 speakers. right? But apne ko wahi chala. I love driving the Nexon 45. But we are focusing on the XEV. So let's just focus on the XEV 9E. Whether I bought a car and I am crying about it or not, वो बाद में भी बात करेंगे. I'm gonna get you my ownership review. And believe me, guys, I bought this car for the fact that I know that there will be problem with the Tata cars. There are majority people driving Tata Nexon EV, right? The reason why I also bought is because obviously I'll have a bigger audience looking into that, and whatever problems that I will face, if I can help my audience with that, then why not? Why not? It helps me both ways. I love the car, fits in my budget, and helps me commercially as well. I mean, have you really thought of it from that angle? Please do think about it, right? Okay, so level 2 ADAS with automatic parking. Now that's amazing and a good enough space, but then again, is it big enough? You know, you do get, I mean, we're gonna talk about the cons again, where let's just talk about it when we talk about the cons. But yeah, decent spacing, beating curve by leaps and bounds, because obviously the space management is slightly better than curve. I can comfortably say that. Super fast charging. Now this is really crazy. 175 kilowatt DC charger can charge this car in 20 minutes from 20 to 80. But do we really have the 175 kilowatt chargers everywhere? Point to note. We're going to talk about it in details in our cons and my first impressions towards the later part of the video. And I'm also giving you chapters just in case you want to skip to just to the cons or to my first impressions. You can do that also. Well, before we move on, guys, just like many of y'all, if you're confused which EV to buy, whether to buy an EV or not, whether to buy the Nexon, Windsor, Curve, or should you wait for the Mahindra cars? Well, there is a number at the bottom of your screen. You can message me there, or you can book a consultation. I do provide consultation services. There's a link in the description. You can book a consultation over there. People have been giving me the opportunity and they have been very happy. You can also go ahead and see the reviews for yourself. And of course, join our Pan India EV community on Telegram, where we are around 1,000 people from the country, across the country, sharing our views and experiences on different car ownership. You'd love to be a part of that as well. All right. And if you haven't really subscribed to the channel till now, almost 10 minutes in the video, please do so. All right. It really helps me keep myself motivated to bring out these videos for you, because to be very honest, I do this for my love and passion for electric cars, you know, and yeah, of course, if there is a small incentive for that, just keeps you going, you know, just keeps you motivated, right? Let's move on with the video. Safe and secure. Obviously, this gets around 7 airbags. Now that's great. And I'm sure they have committed, they're going to score 5-star rating as well on the car, which I'm pretty sure they will. So that's all right. Auto park. Now, yeah, see, people are going crazy with this auto park thing. How much of practical it would be for our Indian roads, ye time hi waqt hi batayega, right? So some of the other pros, it's also getting an augmented reality wala HUD. That is really good in my opinion. Once again, let's just have a look at the cockpit. So can you see this cockpit is something, the last time I saw, I was in the EQS, Mercedes EQS. I saw this cockpit and I was blown away. Mahindra has done that, and that to 21.9 lakhs. Well done, really well done. I don't know if the pack one will have all these 3 screens or not, but at least even if I say, let's say 30 lakhs में भी अगर इसका top model आ रहा है, क्या खराब है भाई? I mean, just look at it. It's giving you a luxury car at 30 lakhs. Well done, Mahindra. I'm really impressed. And no, there is no FOMO. Of course, ये दिल मांगे मोर. काश मैं ये गाड़ी ले पाता. आज नहीं कल आपके प्यारो सपोर्ट से will definitely buy this car. Okay, if not this, then अभी तो जस्ट गेम शुरू हुई है, तो ये तो अभी ट्रेलर है दोस्तों. हर 6 महीने नई कंपनी आएगी. देयर बी अ न्यू कंपनी लॉन्चिंग देयर कार विद बेटर फीचर्स, बेटर रेंज एंड ऑल दैट. ये चलेगा अभी. ओके, सो उन सब पे हम बात करेंगे, आपकी कंफ्यूजन को क्लियर करेंगे, आप तक इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाएंगे. तो उसके लिए तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ही पड़ेगा एंड बेल नोटिफिकेशन को भी दबाना ही पड़ेगा. तो दबा दो, प्लीज दबा दो इमीडिएटली. टेक्स अ सेकंड. क्लिक. ओके, मूविंग ऑन. Some of the other pros जो मैंने लिख के रखा है, so I'm gonna read it out to you. So suspensions, battery, I believe have been taken or inspired from the BYD, so that is really good. I mean, amazing features, amazing features. What they have given with the AI of Maya, it's brilliant. But let's just the features बोलो, pros बोलो, उसका list is gonna go on and on, but mostly I've covered it for you. Now let's focus on the cons. Okay, very few for now. Very few cons that I have listed. One of the biggest, in my opinion, is the, now understand this properly. Okay, while the pro is the fast charging capability, which makes this car future fit, we may not have the infrastructure of fast chargers, DC fast chargers for 175 kilowatt at this point. I mean, there might be a few here and there, but not many. So that means for a 79 kilowatt battery pack, the most common DC charger that we get is the 60 watt. In fact, the 60 kilowatt chargers are still coming. 30 kilowatts are easily available. But chalo 60 kilowatt bhi samajhte hain. So if it charges with its full potential from 0 to 80, it will take at least 1.5 hours, right? If not at least within 1 to 1.5 hours. That's still a long time, right? But then again, it's a big range, so you don't really have to charge it too often. But when you're charging at home, you have to personally buy the 11 kilowatt charger, the home wall mounting charger. That would cost you another maybe 50 to 1 lakh के बीच में on top of that. उससे चार्ज करोगे तब जाके ये 7-8 घंटे में चार्ज होगी. But if you charge it with the 7.2, it's going to take 10 to 12 hours to charge full. And in case you have to charge it with the 3.3, तब तो 1.5 दिन तक भूल जाओ approximately. So it's the time, charging time जो मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ, जब तक infrastructure develop नहीं होता है, that would be a little troubling. But then again, it's going to get well compensated by the long range. So charging की frequency बहुत कम होगी. So that way it's okay. You can plan it properly. Now see, they will open their bookings in January, and there is going to be a very short window for which you will have to book for your cars to be delivered between February end till March. But if you're booking it outside that window, then what? What is going to be the waiting period? Historically, what we have seen is the waiting period for Mahindra cars. And remember the XEV 700, I remember almost 2 years waiting that they had said. Are you really willing to wait for this long? I mean, the car definitely deserves to be patient and wait for it. But yeah, I really hope Mahindra has worked on its waiting period for this one. So the car, hopefully there is a lot many car in their production, because they're going to be crazy amount of booking for this car. People are definitely going to go out of their skin to go for this car, guys. Believe me. Talking about the capability, I really hope with so much of tech, see, understand, more tech, more glitches, more frequency for you to take your car to the service station. And talking about the service station, we are very well aware of how technically sound our Indian, may it be Mahindra or Tata ho, koi bhi ho, how technically sound and what's the level of training that has been provided. So I really hope Mahindra has planned it well with their technicians, with their service partners, to be well equipped, knowledgeable, to understand what can be the issue with the car's tech. अगर कहीं पे कोई problem आती है, वरना you'll find yourself in a very difficult conversation with the company. But then again, it's just my thought process. You might agree, you might not. All good. One more con, I believe, is the space. So it's a big car, guys. Come on. It's a big car. You would need a proper parking space. Unless you have a good parking space, you would not, even though you would not be able to buy the 9E, XEV 9E. Even the 6E is around 4,300, 4,400 meter length. So parking, not only in your garage, but even in a public parking spaces would be a problem. Then maneuvering the car within the city would also definitely, in my opinion, the city that I live in and the times where I want to drive the car, the traffic is crazy. So I don't know how practical that would be as well. But then aisa ki nahi, the cars are of this length are not there on the road. It's less, and I'm sure this one is also going to be less, but it will be. But yeah, in my opinion, it is definitely a con. Guys, one thing I felt bad when I was watching the videos of some of the creators. They are saying bye-bye curve. Well, like just few months back, they're like, bye-bye ZSEV, bye-bye this, bye-bye that. This is very kiddish, right? Why bye-bye curve? Why bye-bye ZSEV? Welcome karo yaar. Welcome XEV 9E. Welcome the BE6E. Whether it's going to be bye-bye curve, kuch bye-bye nahi hota hai, guys. If you have bought a Curve, enjoy it, guys. If you bought a Nexon, if you bought a ZSEV, enjoy the car. Do not have that FOMO. Please, I'm requesting you. If you feel dejected in your choice of the car that you have bought, may it be a Curve, ZSEV, because I feel they are the closest competitor of the 6E, and for this one, even with the BYD Dynamic or the Premium or Superior, whatever, you guys have made a great choice. Do not uh, feel that yes है, let them say what they want to say. उनको पैसे बनाने से मतलब है, वो बनाएंगे. कुछ दिन बाद बाय बाय XEV, बाय बाय 6E बोलेंगे. नई गाड़ियां आएंगी, पुरानी गाड़ियां जाएंगी, यही उसूल है. This is the rule of the jungle. All right, so don't worry about it. That's just my thought. Competitors of this car, the 9E, well, there was one car which was ruling in this segment. Mahindra has totally uh, stirred the pot over there. That was the BYD Atto 3, बेताज बादशाह इस सेगमेंट का. अब वो क्राउन हो सकता है कि शिफ्ट हो जाए, बट दैट टाइम विल टेल. हम आप तक वो लेकर आएंगे इंफॉर्मेशन. डोंट वरी, विल गेट अ कंपैरिजन वीडियो वेरी वेरी सून. Even though it is on paper, we'll get it, right? Because see, guys, we are a very small channel. We are growing, okay? But it's the quality of content which is more important, right? We may not get invited to these launches yet, but with our collaboration, with your love and support, maybe that day will come soon. And if that day comes, I promise you to bring the same unfiltered content, unbiased content like always. Whether they invite me or they don't, अपना जो सही thought process है, that will reach out to you for sure, and I promise you on that. Okay, so that brings me to my thoughts. So what are my thoughts on this? To bring a born electric platform that an EV deserves, kudos to Mahindra. Well done, Mahindra. The only regret that I feel is I am associated to a brand who makes great cars, but they did not put a lot of focus. Tata should have put focus on building a platform for electric cars rather than just bringing in facelift and pushing their cars in sales and sales and sales. That's what I believe they did. They succeeded well, right? But Mahindra, well done, well done. बहुत बढ़िया गाड़ियां निकाले हो सर. Mr. Anand Mahindra, great respect for you. I am an admirer and a huge fan of your work. Well done, sir. Well done, well done. How practical this is gonna be with all this tech? Is India ready for so much tech? I don't know. If you ask me, so I drive a Tata Nexon 45. Sometimes that 12-inch screen, and I've also told this in my 6E ka video, that is distracting for me. Sometimes I just want to have my eyes on the road. The 3-inch, the 3 screens can be distracting for the driver. Generally, someone like, let's say, Mercedes EQS, very few people will be driving it. Mostly it will be a driven car. That's why you enjoy the tech. You don't really enjoy the tech while driving. Yes, there would be voice commands and all those things that will help you. The ADAS will help the driver, assist the driver. But how practical ADAS is for Indian roads? So all these things you need to understand. They have given you everything. Mahindra said, "Leo bhai, ADAS चाहिए, ADAS plus लो. Parking नहीं आती, चलो auto parking लो." So for a new driver, it's a dream. But for an old school drivers like us, I believe less is more sometimes. Just my thought. Again, a great car, great car. This car is gonna get a lot of initial bookings, but I hope, as I said, the waiting period, if they can somehow manage to reduce it, they will they will kill all its competition. Mahindra, I'm for sure of that. Now you get ventilated seats, so that's awesome. What you don't get, I should have covered it in the cons. Why did we not get all-wheel drive for the 9E? This car deserved an all-wheel drive. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And what about the driver? Why didn't you get the co-driver seat? The passenger seat should also have been automatic adjustable. You've given everything. Why these small little things? देना चाहिए था, in my opinion. So वो देने से और भी अच्छा सोने पे सुहागा होता, is what I'm trying to say. What, guys? I mean, this car has impressed me. Both the cars have impressed me so much. You let me know what you think in the comment section. I feel I feel that giving so much of features in this price segment is too good to be true. What would be the quality? I hope it will be good. But the fact that they have put in so much of passion, effort, thinking, time, energy in building up a born electric car, an Indian company doing that. We talk about Tata, Indian company, and Mahindra is also Indian. Now support them. And again, yes, I bought the Nexon 45 Tata and I'm very, very, very happy. मैं अपने आप को दिलासा नहीं दे रहा हूं. आपके पास अगर मेरे को डिफरेंशियल पैसे हैं, मैं अभी बेचता हूं उसको. आप मेरे को बाकी का पैसे भेजो, मैं खरीद लूंगा. है कि नहीं? मजाक की बात अलग है. सो सबको अपने रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से गाड़ी लेनी चाहिए, अपने बजट के हिसाब से. मैंने भी वही किया. आप भी अगर वो करना चाहते हो तो मुझे बताओ. आप कंफ्यूज हो तो देयर इज अ नंबर एट द बॉटम ऑफ योर स्क्रीन. डू लेट मी नो. आई विल हेल्प यू विद दैट डिसीजन. All right. And of course, if you want to book the consultation, you can also do that at the link in the description. You can go there and book it yourself. I think I've spoken a lot. I have given you my first thought, pros and cons, and whatever that I thought about this car. If there are still more, I will get another video for you. But till then, this is Nikhil signing off. मिलता हूँ बहुत जल्द अपनी next video में. Take care. God bless. I love you guys.